Hello! In this video, I'm going to lay out the argument for God's existence from intuition. First, what is intuition? Well, that's a little hard to explain. It's an innate knowledge, which is not based on deduction, nor induction, nor on the input of your senses, nor your memory, nor the basis of testimony. It's this kind of knowledge that you just have direct access to, which can usually be brought to the surface with thought experiments. One such thought experiment is the trolley problem. You've probably heard of it. A trolley is barreling down a track, which 4 innocent bystanders are tied to. Now, you can pull a lever and switch the trolley's path to a different track, but there is one person strapped to that track as well. Do you pull the lever? Hold on to your answer. Now, let's change the scenario. You're standing on an archway over the track. This time, there are 5 people on the track, and the only way you could stop the trolley is by pushing a fat man onto the track. If the trolley hit him, it wouldn't hurt anyone else, but if you don't push him off, the 5 people will die. Now, most people have no problem pulling the lever, but they have a problem with pushing the fat man off the bridge. Even if you answer those scenarios differently, I bet you would at least understand the motivation people would have for their answers. We innately understand that there is a fundamental difference between these scenarios. We just understood it. We didn't have to come to a conclusion about the difference based on a line of argumentation. We have something like a hardwired knowledge, which is our intuition. And this intuition about the difference of the scenarios is used to argue against ethical theories like utilitarianism, which entails that there would be no major difference between the scenarios. And we use our intuition all the time in regards to various philosophical fields of study. In fact, fields like ethics, metaphysics, math, morality, epistemology, and logic rely heavily on intuition as a guide to truth. But if all these fields are founded at least somewhat on intuition, what is the grounding of our intuition? How do we know that our intuition is a reliable way of finding truth? Well, as a Christian, I can say that every part of humans is designed by God, so our intuition is designed by God. He is the best possible creator, so we can trust that He gave us intuitions that usually lead us to truth. But what if you don't believe that we're designed, and you believe that our existence is the product of an entirely unguided evolutionary process? Why would you trust your intuitions then? One possible answer is that evolution selects for true beliefs. If our ancestors had an intuitive understanding of what was edible or what was dangerous, then they would have a better chance of surviving. So they evolved to have reliable intuition, and then they passed that on to us. However, how would having true intuitions about metaphysics or epistemology yield any sort of survival value? The highest levels of these fields, which have absolutely no survival value whatsoever, still rely heavily on intuition. But if these have no survival value, then the necessary intuition cannot be explained by evolution. In short, this means that without God, there isn't really a good reason to trust the high-level discoveries made by any of these fields. We'd have to throw out any discoveries that used intuition as a guiding force. This very much increases the intellectual price tag of atheism. That's the argument from intuition. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe if you enjoyed.